aka Eileen the Little Crop. That's just some information about this show, Arts, Custom, and everything in between. And the Little Crop, the show can be found on my website, eileenlittlecrop.com. Alrighty, guys, so holy camoli. I thought about this and I was just like, you know what? I really want to give like a first impression of how I felt about the Teen Titans. So I decided that I'm gonna do that episode this time around, and then maybe give it until January, or maybe a little later, you know, to give, if I still have that same impression, or anything in between, like I do with, like, let's say, what is that, Street Outlaws. So yeah, so that should be pretty interesting. Anyways, so I definitely want to give my, my impression of the show, and, let you guys know exactly what I think about it, because I'm, like, waiting for the second episode, which should be, coming on in, like, a day or two, but I'm like, I can't wait, and I gotta do the podcast, and I haven't been really, like I said, I haven't been really into anime as much. I definitely will be giving my review for, the, what is that, the fall ending animes. Actually, no, that would be summer ending animes, so, yeah, so I should be definitely getting back into that real soon. I don't know, my head wasn't in that. Anyways, let's go into what we know so far. Alright, so far, with spoiler alerts, you can also watch the trailers for that particular show and on YouTube. Alrighty, so as we can see, apparently Dick Grayson has left already, and I thought when he left already completely, he was no longer doing the Robin bit, and I'm like doing quotations, from what I understood, and maybe you guys could tell me about this. I thought he was already, like, as an adult, like in his 20s, he was doing the Nightwing persona, but apparently not. He's at this point where he's doing the Robin thing, and I actually thought that he passed the mantle off to his other proteges, and then one of them becomes Red Robin, but don't know if those will make an appearance in the Titans. And it's pretty odd it doesn't go by Teen Titans, because technically he's not a teenager, he's a full-grown adult. Actually, he becomes a partner, a police officer apparently in this one. Again, I'm not like a real huge, I'm a fan, but I'm not like deep delve into it. I mean, I may read a couple of things here and there to understand like who's who, what, and you know, like, why is this adaptation different than the other one? What is it, the same, or is it anything different, or is it, like, you know, connected to this or that, you know, just to get a better understanding about it. But as far as like getting really deep dive, know every nook and cranny about the DC universe, I couldn't tell you. You know, I will be reading a lot more so that I can try and understand a little bit better, and when I give my other reviews, I don't get attacked by the historical buffs, because, you know. Anyways, alright, so we get into this thing where he's already, seems like he's upset about something, and I apologize if I'm giving some spoiler alerts. And then he dresses up as Batman. He's in Detroit, and they're kind of hoping that he's not technically gonna stay, that he's just passing through. Apparently it's been a year since he put on the Robin suit, and they haven't seen them in a year in Gotham. Don't know if he really, doesn't really explain why he left, but it kind of does in a way. Basically, he doesn't want to become Bruce, he doesn't want to become the Batman persona, so I think he's just trying to find his own way in the, you know, his own path. So then as that's going on, we also get the first look at, who is that? Rachel, which is Raven, appearance wise, it's kind of cool that they kept it as with the black and purple hair. Personally, I think that the wig just, I don't know, like the hair doesn't sit right. It looks like a wig. Maybe it could be the bob, the way it's blown out or something like that. I'm not 100% sure. It does look a little off to me, but it's cool. It's not horrible. I love that the fact that her jacket is already kind of looking like her cloak. It has that point in the ends, which a lot of hoodies do not have that. So it kind of already gives you a somewhat of a realistic, unrealistic feel. She's a very troubled teenager, and there is this one scene that I have to tell you, that creeps me out of all of everything that's going on with her. The one scene that really creeps me out about her is where you see her mother coming in and she's talking to her, trying to calm her down from a bad dream that she had, and she tells her mother, lock the door. And I'm like, what is she talking about? So they go and they lock the door, and the next thing you know, you see bolts locking the door and a bunch of crosses, and one of the crosses falls out, and I'm like, oh man, that is like kind of Conjuring universe scary. So right then and there, you kind of get the feel that this is going to be a really in your face, kind of gritty, dark, somewhat dark, so far, kind of take on the Titans, which is really cool and mind-blowing at the same time. I really enjoy the interaction between him and Raven, Dix and Raven, how they interact with one another, really cool. And then you go back into something where you're finally getting to take a first look at what Starfire looks like. I heard that there was a lot of controversy, not controversy, but I didn't think people would be so up in arms in this, but apparently, you know, they were not happy with her appearance. I think it's cool. The wig, or if that's her hair, looks amazing. She looks like a 70s diva, which was like, whoa, what's going on here? I mean, you really, like I said, because of what's happening with her, don't want to really explain too much because I don't want to give it too much away. If you haven't seen it already, you definitely have to check it out. And DC also does their own little thing where they go behind the scenes and they give you their own little talk preview or whatever. So that's also cool if you guys want to check that out as well. I know a lot of other YouTubers are probably jumping on this on like White on Rice because it is a new show and it's been extremely anticipated. So what was I going to say? So you don't know why really technically she's dressed up like this 70s disco queen. But at the end, it kind of, and again, there's another cool scene where she gets the look of her power. You get to see how she uses her powers. It looks I don't want to say too CG-ish, but I do say that it looks a lot better than I don't know. It looks a lot better than what I expected. Yeah, I think it looks a lot better than what I expected. I thought it was going to look cheesy. Yeah, I didn't think that it was going to be that good. I was like, whoa, this is really, really good. So I was just so very pleased on how they did that. So at the end, you get the connection. So there's basically a connection of Robin and Raven, how they are connected in a sense of that she has a dream about him, so she kind of knows his backstory. And there's things that are going on with Raven that basically connects her to Starfire. Starfire basically doesn't, like I said, there's just all this mystique about what's going on with her, and because she has amnesia. That's what I'm going to say. I'm sorry, spoiler alert. She has amnesia. So you're going through this process, but she does remember who she's looking for, and she sees the picture. So that kind of connects those three together. But then you kind of went a little, did this left thing that really didn't make any sense to me towards the end. Like, at the end, I thought, okay, they're just going to let Robin and Raven and this girl going to look for them and just leave it at that. Maybe sometime, maybe in the next episode, we're going to be introduced to Beast Boy. No, we're introduced to Beast Boy, and basically he's a thief. So he's stealing something. It's a video game, and you're like, okay, what does this have to do with, like, the episode? But I guess it's just they needed a way to figure out how to introduce Beast Boy. And his transformation is nothing like the animations. So, I mean, you're kind of looking at American Werewolf transformation, like. So that's pretty cool. You get to see the bones and the muscles going back into place, which was really, really cool. Love how they did that. That's exactly what I thought about when I saw that the transformation going on. I was like, oh yeah, that's this movie, which I hear they're making a remake. Leave it alone. It's good. But I also hear that is the director's son, so maybe he may have some input, and it is what it is. It probably would be a heck of a lot better than American Werewolf in Paris, but don't kill me. I didn't like that one. So moving on along, so you get that. You get the sense that this is going to be a very gritty scene from the scenery, of course. The scenery is just very moody, very rainy, very dark in Detroit. And you get the sense that there are people who are after Raven. Raven has no idea why. She's really... Basically, she knows that she's different than everybody else, and she knows that she has powers, and she knows that she needs help, and the only person at this point in time that can help her is Dick Grayson. Dick Grayson basically is going through his own little thing where he's trying to find his place in the world and, trying to figure out what he's going to do. I don't know if he's still going to... I mean, it looks like he still wants to be Robin, but he doesn't want to be Robin. He wants to be something different. And that's just, like I said, that's just my impression. I don't know, because I'm kind of hoping and wishing that they will get him into the Nightwing persona as quickly as possible, because, I like that persona better for the Titans. I don't know. Maybe it is what it is, but we shall see. Next week, apparently, they're going to be doing... Was it Hawk and Dove? No, it wasn't Hawk and Dove. Some other superheroes will be, involved in this, so that's pretty interesting. I wonder if they're going to be using Arrow, or maybe even Speedy, Aqualad, other members from, Young Justice into Titans, because they did work together, on and off again. I would love to see also, Cyborg. He was another member of the... I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Another member of the Titans. So it would be pretty interesting to see how they go about that. I really liked, believe it or not, Shamar Moore's adaptation, where he was dubbing it for... doing the voiceover for one of the movies, Titans versus the Justice League. I know that they definitely couldn't use him, but... if that was possible, I think that he would make a really good Titan. Who else? I don't know, because it doesn't seem like they're doing, like, everyone is going to be a teenager, because Dick is definitely, like I said, he's not a teenager, he's an adult. But the rest, and Starfire definitely was not. I don't know, technically, for me anyways, I didn't know whether or not if Starfire was a teenager or not. She was just a person from outer space. And they don't really get into her origins too much. Just like they get a little bit into Raven's. They do know that there's some type of cult that's after her, that are trying to kill her for religious reasons. And Beast Boy, basically, he just looks like one of those teenagers who knows how to use his powers to get what he wants, and therefore, typical teenager wants the latest video games, and therefore he's going to if he couldn't have the money, he probably would steal it. So, that's just the first impression of it. Everything, like I said, seems very good. They also introduced another character, which was not a part of anything that I've seen on Titans or Teen Titans or whatever. Dick Grayson has a partner, and she's just transferred in. He's not really happy about having a partner, I guess, because of Batman. So that is basically the whole episode. It's not a lot to talk about, but again, it's going to be a couple of days until the next episode, so they're not going to give it to you like Netflix, where it's going to be just like one season, boom, and then you gotta wait. It's going to be a weekly thing, so I mean, it has its good points and it has its bad points. So that is that. Alrighty guys, so I appreciate you listening to this podcast, and if you guys have any comments or questions and any criticisms, please be nice. Please leave them down below, or you can always leave me your comments or questions at through email. My email address is Eileen@eileenlittlecroft.com. Thank you for listening, and I will catch you next week. Bye for now.